What is going on, everybody? I go by RB from Philly Take with RB, and to my right,
you already know it's your boy Philly Mike, host of the Philly Talk podcast. So we have done live streams together, but normally I'm on his side, he's on my side. It's still on both channels, but Philly Take with RB will be hosting this one. But what's going on, everybody? And what's going on, my guy RB?
appreciate everyone that came out and is in here already. Let's get to some of these comments. Eagle season, what is going on, bro? Tyrese, Washington, X Stealth, Bobby, Murph. What is going on, everyone? We got 12 people in here right now. How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? Not too much, crazy stuff going on. Obviously, the whole Drew Brees, Malcolm Jenkins thing, which we will address in a few minutes. We're going to talk some Eagles. Appreciate my boy Philly Mike coming on here to talk, as always. Channel's been growing absolutely crazy. I know he appreciates all you guys, but it's good to get another live stream in, bro. Good to get one in with you.
Yeah. And real quick, Stephen Joyce, Takeem Hilton, Rome one more, Coconut 73, Sam's Tracks, Murph DeKenzo. What's going on? Like I said, my boy Philly Take with RB will be hosting this, but ain't no thing. But I'm gonna be on here, and like I said, we live on both channels. But I appreciate y'all coming in here. I know Philly Take with RB wanted to start with some division stuffs, but I see a lot of stuff going on about the Malcolm Jenkins thing. So first, I want to ask RB, what's his take on Malcolm Jenkins' stance to what Drew Brees said?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And right before I do that, I want to say what's up to my boy Rick Bennett, OG subscriber. Appreciate you for coming out, my guy. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. Like Mike said, so a few hours ago, I heard about the whole Drew Brees thing going on, and obviously, I think it was like 30 minutes ago, I saw Malcolm Jenkins' video. I know Mike saw it too. Basically, him just breaking down into tears, talking about what Drew Brees said. Me personally, I'm trying to, kind of stay away from all of this because it's kind of hard to talk about. It really is. And, just the way it has been nice to see people come together, in my opinion, over this last week. But then Drew Brees, for him to go out and say something like that, it's like, I understand his opinion, but in this time, I really think that it's just like a stab to the back. And I mean, him talking about, his grandfather serving in the war, it's almost like he was speaking in a self-interest type of view. Like, he wasn't considering anyone else, guys on his team who are of African-American descent, who really, like Malcolm Jenkins said, go to war with him. And I just thought it was bad timing, a bad comment. Really did not consider anybody else. And I just think everything going on right now for Drew Brees to say that, we saw all the lash against him, Malcolm, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. Me personally, like, I just don't get it. This is a time where we all have to come together, and that's just my initial thoughts. And all that did was just try to separate things a little bit more. But let me get your first thoughts on it, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, it's 2020. A couple years ago when Colin Kaepernick took the kneel, remember, guys, this dude sat down. And so he had a close friend who's a San Francisco 49er fan, that ex-Marine. I don't know if he was a Marine, but he was in the Army. And he was like, look, Cap, you're right. You should take a stance on this situation, police brutality, injustice for minorities. But sitting down is a little bit more disrespectful. He said, listen, as a soldier, we kneel when, we're talking to someone we respect, or you kneel for your loved ones that are lost. You kneel for a lot of things. You kneel to get married. You kneel for the loved ones you lost. So do that. So you show a sign of respect to the flag and everything, but you're still doing something to prove that, listen, there's a bigger issue that needs to be talked about. And so I understand what Drew Brees is saying. He has pride in this country because he comes from this, that, and the third. But with what's going on right now, this country is great in so many aspects, but there's something that's smack dab in the middle, that it's 2020 and we still are not getting right as a country. There's no reason in this world that we should be still seeing this stuff at the rate we see it. It's just flat out unacceptable. It's flat out unacceptable. So, is this for real?
I don't know. I just put it up on the screen. I wanted to see if anyone else knew what was up with it. But
so if somebody let me know if this is for real, because I didn't hear nothing about it, and I don't believe it that it would be all over if they did that. But here's the thing. I mean, Drew Brees should have, took his comments, no matter how he feels, and watch what he says, But I wouldn't say this is bringing his true colors out to the fact that he's against it, but he's definitely not supporting something that is blatantly there, and everybody should at least be aware of it, And so it's sad. It's sad. And, I still got mad love for Malcolm, all he done for the Philadelphia Eagles. He got paid in New Orleans, but that locker room is going to be divided.
Yeah, man. We were just talking about it, and it's like the Saints have, maybe arguably the best roster in the league. This honestly could be the obstacle to get in the way, because, I mean, I know you heard it on that Malcolm Jenkins video. Like, he said things are not cool. Like, I really feel like their line has been drawn now, and we're not even, back in a situation where these guys are going to be in the same locker room yet. I can't even imagine what's to come in the coming days, But I don't know.
But shout out to Rome one more. He said, "What about kneeling is disrespectful? It's the ultimate form of humbling." It's true. Like, I mean, what do you do when you want to show you the girl that you want to marry? You get on your knee. I mean, like, there was a lot of things he could have did if he wanted to peacefully protest and be disrespectful, but he tried to do it all together, and the media still try to spin it that it's nothing to do with police brutality. It's solely on the fact that he's disrespecting this country, which was it was totally uncalled for. But again, Malcolm Jenkins is my guy, and I understand. I heard his voice. I heard it in his voice. I saw it in his face. I mean, he tried his best to hold back the tears. He looked up to Drew Brees, and like Carson Wentz came out and stood for it. Like a lot of these guys, Joe Burrows, even Trevor Lawrence in college, coming out and standing up. Listen, let's be honest. Carson Wentz said in that statement on Twitter that he does not know what it feels like. He said, "My kids won't ever have to grow up. I won't have to have my kids outside and me being scared for them and all this stuff." But he understands that. He comes from a white place. He said everybody was the same color, but he does recognize the harsh treatment that's out there for minorities, and he himself says it's not right. So Drew Brees could have kept it short, sweet, and simple. It was crazy how he came about with that.
I absolutely agree. And just to kind of add on to that, it's like, me as well being a white male, like, I understand I'm not going to be in that same, type of circumstance. I'm not ever going to feel 100% the pain that others are feeling. But at the end of the day, I'm here and I'm going to support anyone who is protesting for that. People are coming together. Drew Brees was talking about unity. This is unity, what we've seen the last week. And at the end of the day, man, like you said in your videos, like, it's us versus racism. Like, people out there just have to be better. Like, me, I don't care who you are, where you come from, what you look like. You respect me, I'm going to respect you. And honestly, we just need to be better and realize we're all human, And it's sad that there's people out there that think like that. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Malcolm's a true professional, but I understand it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to get back in that locker room for a guy like Malcolm Jenkins. I didn't see it yet, but you were telling me the tweets that Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, these are all vocal people on this team that, don't understand or don't agree with what Drew Brees says. And again, it's not the worst thing, but at a time like this where we need to come together, we can't keep trying to pull each other apart. So it's real rough. But hey,
absolutely agree, man.
We got to worry about the NFC East, which, as your title says on this live stream, is, again, for the last 10 years, no back-to-back division champions. And so it's set up for us to lose this division. But I'm here to say we're not. How about yourself?
I like it. First off, I want to say what is going on, Philly girl. Appreciate you stopping out for the stream. By the way, we had 34 people in here right now. If you have not liked the video up on both channels, subscribe to both of us. We're grinding out here. We are grinding. And to get back to the NFC East, I really think, Mike, like this is the year where we are going to take the helm for the second straight year. I do think the Cowboys have improved, but let me tell you, the Eagles have quietly, sneaky improved. Like the surrounding topics was about a second round pick, but outside of that, the Eagles have gotten a lot better on offense. We've gotten a lot younger, quicker, faster. On the defense, we have guys now that we can trust. Like I trust Big Play Slay to go out there and be a lockdown corner for the team. We got Javon Hargrave paired next to Fletcher Cox. These are just some of the moves. But overall, I'm telling you, I think we have built a great roster, and I think we have gotten younger. And, you know, people were talking about rebuild. I think we have kind of done that in the blink of an eye. What do you think?
I agree. Look, I like what we did in this offseason. Again, people just want to look at just the draft and certain things about the draft, but the whole aspect of the offseason, getting the defense bolstered up, going out and getting speed. People are starting to forget about the most reliable people on this team as Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz, which I made a video about yesterday, because these guys are going to be even better than they were last year because of the talent around them. Again, when you guys get these, shout out Murph DeKenzo, yeah. Laura Brunson was the first one to retweet and like my thing, and I hit him up and I said the same thing. He was like, "It's crazy, it's crazy." But yeah, man, we're set up to be able to do both types of football games. Keep up with the high scoring teams and play defense in the fourth quarter if we need to stop. So, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it though. The Cowboys wide receiving core is nice. It is nice, but there's still only one ball. And they were nice last year on offense, and it's still only amounted to 8-8. So I still got to see how everything plays out.
I absolutely agree. To me, it's going to come down to the wire, potentially week 16, you know, in Dallas. I really think it could come down to that. I think the Eagles and the Cowboys could potentially both be playoff teams. But I just got a good feeling about this team. So with everything heading into this season, I think the Eagles are on a good track right now. And Barn 5, what is going on? How's your day doing, man? Appreciate you stopping by. Dak's missing testicles. What is going on? Appreciate you for stopping by. Nice picture, by the way. Murph DeKenzo, I have great feelings for the Birds. I ain't saying because I'm superstitious, but I feel it again, and I absolutely agree with that. We got some strong Philly fans up in here, man. And then we have guys like this, J. Rick Reed, who I respect, a Cowboys fan, but he can be objective, you know. He says, boys taking the East this year, we got to bounce back after last year. I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I see the Eagles coming out strong. Let me tell you, if we sweep Dallas, if we win both of those games, we are winning the division. I think it's just like that.
Joseph's, go ahead.
Victory linebacker, a question that has to be answered. What do you think about that?
We've been successful on defense without linebackers, so as it is a key part, that's probably one of the most weakest links of our team. I think the linebackers nowadays are more to help stop the run because of all the sub packages that we have when we want to stop the pass, bringing in big nickels, big safeties to play linebackers. So it would be nice to have at least one guy man in the middle because your Mike linebacker is always on the field. You might take your Will off or Sam once in a while when you play like dime and stuff like that. But the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker is always there. So that is a concern. But like I said, we're the top five in run defense every year without it. And like I said, guys like Will Parks, guys like Kevon Wallace, he probably won't start week one, but he's going to be in there on sub packages around the line of scrimmage, doing things left or right that we need. And a guy like Davion Taylor, who's so raw, but has the speed to go side to side to track down these scrambling quarterbacks that have been our Achilles heel for a long time.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think we're going to be all right. Joseph Simmons, what is going on, bro? Appreciate you stopping by. He says the Cowboys lost more than they got back, and Dak still hasn't got paid. And I don't know. I feel like that's kind of going under the weather, you know? Like, it's becoming something now. It really is. Like some of them, the fans that understand and are objective, you can see it in their face. Like they're getting a little bit nervous at this point.
Yeah. They gotta be. No matter what they say, they might want to say that Andy Dalton's the best 1B or 1A or whatever they want to call it. They still want Dak, and it's not going the way they wanted to. I ultimately think he's going to take he's going to play on the franchise tag when it's all said and done. But so for 2020, he's going to be there, but it's going to hurt them long term, I believe.
What do you think about the receivers being unproven, as Sean says? I mean, I agree with him, but I don't know. I think it's obviously it's going to take some time to come together, but we got some speedy guys out there. We got some talent, and I think they're going to produce for us.
Here's my thing about the receivers. I'm not the one to say that guys like Jalen Reagor and all these guys are going to come out here and be Julio Jones or Antonio Brown and stuff like that. But we're bringing something to this team that we did not see in 2019, and that is just a vertical threat. And there is somebody who is going to be proven on this team that's back, Deshaun Jackson. And although he's been injury prone, you could say the last 3 years he played on other teams in the Philadelphia Eagles, he played double digits each year. Just so happens that anyone that comes to the Eagles, no matter how healthy you've been, you get hurt. Malik Jackson, don't miss time, gets hurt. Jordan Howard, don't miss time, gets hurt. Like I said about Deshaun Jackson, gets hurt for every game except for one. And then you got guys like Jordan Hicks, who's been on our team, who is always hurt, goes to the Cardinals and plays a healthy season. So hopefully this new medical staff plays a role on us staying a little bit more healthy. But again, the speed is going to open up the field for guys like Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, which in my last video I did, we're all forgetting about the best tight end duo in the NFL. Fourth in yards last year, Zach Ertz, 10th in yards, Dallas Goedert. Again, these guys are going to get more one-on-ones. And if they do decide to double team, now you got D-Jacks and guys like Reagor who get to get simple one-on-one coverage, which is beatable. Again, we got to see Reagor play, but D-Jacks can do it.
I agree.
It's all good.
Like we've talked about, like the health is the number one factor. I think if the Eagles are healthy the last couple of years, I mean, things might turn out a little different. You know, last year we won a division with who at wide receiver. Imagine if we were fully healthy, you know?
I agree.
TJ is going to show out this year at middle linebacker. I think he could step up, you know? I think there's going to be a lot of competition in that locker room, especially however they decide to do OTAs. Do you know what they're going to actually do yet? Or they're virtual right now, right?
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Tristan. Appreciate you, my guy. Michael Moore, I think the Eagles break the curse and win the East again. Go Birds. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I think so too. TJ Edwards has everything but speed.
Correct. And so again, you got a guy like that who plays the middle, who helps the run defense out, but in sub packages, you got your Will and your Sam to play in coverage, like a Nathan Gary who can't tackle but can coverage, X safety, like a guy like Will Parks who can play that big nickel spot. So you got all that good stuff. So again, you know, I think our D line and linebackers, when you put them as a whole, the linebackers are suspect, but the D line is going to clean a lot up, especially with the fresh rotation.
I agree, man. I agree. This is the kind of stuff I appreciate from an actual objective Dallas fan. They come far and few in between, but I appreciate it. This is the truth right here. Murph DeKenzo, appreciate both you fellas keeping spirits high in crazy times. Hope everyone is safe. I agree with you, man. I hope everyone in the chat right now, hope you guys are all safe and out there doing your thing. You are overlooking McCarthy is going to have a blast with those offensive weapons. I mean, they had a blast last year, right? But ultimately, where did it get them? That's my thing. Where did it get them? You know,
I've said this in a couple of videos. The Dallas Cowboys offense was top 3 in the NFL, and it only amounted to 8-8. So they went up and down the field with multiple yards, rushing, passing, but they weren't able to finish drives. If that was Jason Garrett's doing, and the Cowboys can finish drives under McCarthy, it could be a problem. But here's the thing. I'm not so sure if that was McCarthy's Super Bowl or Aaron Rodgers' Super Bowl. So while I'm not going to say McCarthy's unproven, I want to see. But I can say McCarthy does know offense. So Jason Garrett supposedly knew offense too. I think the messages got stale. So it's a wait and see, especially with this coronavirus. So, but they do got weapons. They do. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I agree. We still got vets like D-Jax and Marquise Goodwin. I think both of them guys have the potential for a great year, you know? Hey, guys, what's up? Just joining in while the storm's brewing. What's going on, Superhero? Appreciate you for stopping by, my dude. I also have a storm going on outside. Power's been close to getting lost a couple times.
You know what, Philly Mike? I hate bringing up this guy, but if the Eagles would implement their conditioning and training, maybe how Chip Kelly did it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but something's not right. But sometimes, you know, sometimes the injury bug just comes on the team and settles there for a while. So I'm hoping that shoots fly don't bother us no more. / again, bringing in new medicals. Again, our medical staff can only diagnose what's there. So we've been, you know, could have been misdiagnosis and whatever it was. But the actual injury is on the player. So conditioning could go into it too. I don't know what it is, but we got to change it. We got to.
Yep.
That could be our biggest offseason signing right there. Health.
The medical staff, our biggest signing.
It really could be if it all comes together.
This is a good point right here. It says, my worries, the other cornerback opposite of Slay. Let me get your first thoughts. Who do you think, as of right now, just an impulse, who do you think beats out for that number 2 cornerback slot?
I want to say Sidney Jones gets it. The hopefulness I got from the end of the season helps. I think they're high on Avonte Maddox as a football player. I think they do believe he's a little bit too short to be on the outside. He's had success and struggled there. So ultimately, we want Sidney Jones to be it. But don't forget about Trevor Williams. His only problem is he hasn't been healthy. If he can stay healthy, he can be our number 2. But I do think I'm going to rock with Sidney Jones for now until he proves otherwise. And again, if Jim Schwartz lets him shadow, his job should be a lot easier because you only got to worry about the number 2s. You're never going to get matched up with a Devontae Adams, a Michael Thomas, a DeAndre Hopkins, Mari Cooper. You know what I mean? So it could help.
I'm with you there. I think Sidney Jones is really going to step up. I know it's pretty much his last chance, you know, like this is the time he has to be that guy. And like you said, it's going to be a lot easier with Slay. Somebody
just said, what about LeBlanc? I think LeBlanc is going to share snaps with Nickel Roby-Coleman in the slot. I mean, I'm not saying they can't play outside, but they're preferred to play in the slot, and they're better in the slot. That's where you get the value from them, but you never know how we'll mix match it.
Miles Sanders should have won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he was up there. I think he was at least top 3, and you know, he didn't even get enough votes, in my opinion. He got a low share of the votes.
Yeah, I mean, but he was definitely worth a thought with what he did. And just imagine if we didn't have Jordan Howard, which I don't want to say that because Jordan Howard would have been good if he never got the stinger, I guess it was called. But man, Miles Sanders did most of that with first 7 weeks, 6-7 weeks, not getting too much reps.
Who will be our next signing? Go ahead, take a shot at that. What position you think?
Who?
Signing.
You know, as I wanted to say, defensive line and us going to get one of them Clownies or Everson Griffins. Don't be surprised if all said and done, we don't bring a guy back like Vinny Curry. I do believe Josh Sweat can take that next step to be that rotational. I know they want Avery to play there too. I mean, they talked about veteran running back, and then they only signed Corey Clement. So is that their version of a veteran running back? I don't know, but I'm not sure. I think we're going to keep guys like Vinny Curry, Jason Peters, these guys who we see want to play but are not getting attention, and we're going to go into training camp. Maybe we get an early injury. Maybe somebody's not looking as right as we thought. Then we go pull a guy out. I'm not so sure we just make another move, though. How about you?
I would have to agree with you. I for some reason I'm feeling D-line. I feel like we are gonna get a veteran running back. I really do. I could see it being Shady McCoy, even if they don't expect a lot of production out of him. But I even made a video today about a possibility of Tim Jernigan coming back because he said he's not going to the Texans. But I could definitely see a guy like him or Vinny Curry coming back. Someone that knows the system, even a Nigel Bradham, potentially.
Definitely.
Carthy is Jason without the clapping.
That's funny.
Lenny
Who said
D,
that?
what's up? Kahan said that. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you for stopping by. Lenny D says, what's up?
What up? What up?
Dak's missing testicles. Read an article about Josh Sweat having clowny potential. Not too sure about that, LOL.
I don't think clowny potential for the simple fact he's not going to be able to start. He's going to be a key rotation player. But if you can get, 5-7 sacks as a rotational player, you start getting more minutes. Because, Jadeveon Clowney is very disruptive, but he had only 3 sacks last year. He had 4 forced fumbles, though.
Right.
Vic 3 said, please hit that X real fast, hit that like button, and come back in here. You starting to sound just like me, my guy. Appreciate it.
Let's see. Jones other side. I agree, man. We both agree with you. I think it'll be Jones on the other side. I think Nikel Roby-Coleman will be in the slot, and I think Maddox will also play in the slot as well.
Yo, go up to Monica Lane's real quick. It's like a couple up right there. Monica Lane said, our coach is excellent. The players believe in him, and want to make him successful. Yeah. We're going into the season and we're talking about all these acquisitions and all this stuff. We're not talking about the coach itself being Doug Peterson and the people we got around him who are veteran NFL coaches, minds that can help Doug Peterson in key situations, kind of like I can never say his name, DeFilippo and Frank Wright. So listen, we got to give Carson Wentz the reign a little bit like he did at the end of the year, design some more rollouts. But I think all in all, I got a good feeling about 2020. How about you?
I agree. And, one of the biggest advantages is that we have the same coach coming back. No one else in the NFC East. I'm telling you, that's going to have a big impact, especially it's uncharted water. We really don't know what's going to happen. But what we can count on is Doug being out there week 1, and we understand him. Like Monica said, we believe in him.
Reese Scott, what's going on, my guy?
I think that was to you. Let's see. We'd be okay. Like Jones, this will be his B share. I'm telling you, everything's on the line for Sidney Jones.
Yes, make or break.
Sidney on the outside, that's a lot for a player who hasn't proven anything other than he can get hurt.
True.
Not lying.
But we don't it's not like we got a bunch of high quality starting second string opposite of Slay. So it's really Jones, Maddox, or Williams if he could show healthy. So
yep. I think Avante gets it, but I want Cravon to get it. Are we talking about the number
spot?
Vinny Curry next sign. I could see it happening. I really could. He'll probably get signed on a 1-year deal, right?
Yeah, that's who I think. If we end up not getting none of these Everson Griffins, Jadeveon Clowneys, which Jadeveon is, it's probably not going to happen. I think he'll go into the Titans, but Vinny Curry solid.
Yep. We talked about this at the beginning for a good 5-10 minutes, but I don't know if you want to sum up.
Sharif Jones, just to wrap it up real quick. In the time we are at right now, the comments were unnecessary. You got these people coming out here saying, look, You know, Carson Wentz said it as best it could be said. He said, I, being Carson Wentz, he don't know what it feels like. He grew up in a white community. He's never going to have to worry about his kids, but he is ashamed of his, you know, what we are as a community, and the fact that he is saddened that the black community is still going through this in 2020. And with this thing that we saw viral, Drew Brees got to take that in consideration and say, you know what? Like Malcolm Jenkins said, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about what's going on. And he kind of put it about him. So if you really look at his words, you can pick out both good things and bad things. But in the time we are right now, come on, Drew Brees, you got to be better than that. Like Malcolm said, what about my fathers? What about this? What about that? You know, I take my helmet off, and I'm just a guy in the street. You know what I mean? Who's not going to be looked at the same way as you, and that's all we're asking for. That's Malcolm Jenkins saying, not me. But I mean, y'all know how I feel about this. Who's on my page? You know, did the whole my take on that situation. I went outside and walked with some people. You know what I mean? I went live for a little bit of that, and it's wrong. At the end of the day, it's not black and white. It's everyone versus racism. And that act was racist. And so kneeling, to me, is a humble version of a peaceful protest. You know? So, again, I understand Drew Brees with his grandfather and stuff, but come on, man. Come on.
Yep, absolutely agree. Nothing to add there.
No. Never take a quarterback with the first pick, unless it's a late first pick and you can get Pat Mahomes, to be honest. But still, I would never take a quarterback first. You might want to filter down because some of these are still talking about when we were talking about the D-line and stuff. Listen, if we ever miss your comment and it's an important one, you just resend it because, you know, my man RB's filtering through the chat and we got some people in here. I think, what are we up to?
I think we got like 45 people right now in the chat, 49 now. So, you guys are in here, be sure to hit that like button, you know.
Extra Trelly's back from the out of here. I haven't seen this guy in a minute. How you been, dog?
4 for 4. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
444.
One of my guys, man. Hey, go show his channel some love. Another Philly content creator on the come up. Power just turned off at my house. I feel you right now, man. It's crazy outside. Let's see.
Austin Lover said, he said, what if we can go to the Super Bowl and go against the New Orleans Saints? We would only be able to play them in the NFC Championship because we're both in the NFC, so we wouldn't be able to play them in the Super Bowl.
Get to some of these real quick. Who's your sleeper team in the NFL? You got any predictions?
Cardinals.
That's funny. I was thinking the same team. Cardinals or, man, I don't know. I really feel like the Cardinals are going to come out of nowhere this year.
I'm going to run it back with the Browns. They were supposed to be that team last year, and now because they failed so bad, everybody's off them. I'll go with the Browns too.
Which Eagles player will break out this year? You want to take a stab at it?
Breakout. I'm going to use the word breakout, being that, I mean, he could have been good last year. He's just going to be better. I'm going to say, I love Miles. I love Miles' attitude. I love what he's doing in the offseason. I love the fact that I think with these guys around Doug, we're going to run the ball a little bit more. So I'll go Miles. You're like, damn, you took it again from me.
Hey, I mean, I feel like Miles, I feel like he's going to go crazy this year. A guy that people are really down on that I'm trying to believe in, JJ, man. I think JJ is finally gonna, prove something. He's got to prove something. I wouldn't mind Vinny, but Ngakoue would be such a difference maker. I agree, but it's gonna take a lot to get him,
Uh-huh.
Coach is gonna have an impact for like 2 or 4 weeks only, unless the players get the hang of it right away.
I think he's talking about like the other teams in the NFC East.
Yeah. I'm so glad you guys and other Eagle content creators are doing so many live streams. You guys are the MVP. Shout out to you, Dax. Shout out to you. How much do you think Marquise will contribute? In my opinion, I think he's a boom or bust type of guy. Like, he could really come in here and fill a good role, or he might honestly might not even make the team, depending if his legs are, healthy under him. This is what I think. But
I couldn't agree more. If he can show 2017 potential, he can contribute. If he shows anything other than 2017, he might be the one getting cut.
yep.
Simple as that.
I've always believed and trusted in Doug Peterson. Sometimes the run game gets away from us, but we knew that was going to be a thing due to the Andy disciple, but at least it's not to the extremes. I agree. And my opinion, I think we're at our best when we're letting the run open up the pass, couple runs here and there, and then let Carson Wentz open up the field this year. We have the speed to do it now. I think we should.
How far back are we? We're not that far back, actually.
Not too far. The comments are going pretty fast, though.
I know. Appreciate you guys. Sharif Jones says, what do you think about Davion Taylor? Fastest linebacker in the game, possibly, but he's real raw because of him not being able to play. He didn't start playing football to a late age because of his religion. He needs to get some more game time under his belt. Raw, but the potential's there to be somebody special.
I agree. What record are you guys feeling for the season? What's the chance of taking the division? I think we have a pretty good chance. I'm gonna go with 11 wins.
That's my solid number. I think 11 wins. Things go right, we get a little bit more. Things go wrong, we get a little bit less. But that's the thing I'm shooting for, because the Eagles will beat teams like maybe a Niners win or a Ravens win or a Saints win. I'm not saying all of them exactly wins, but I'm saying we can go ahead and beat a team like that and then lose to the, a team. That just happens in football. It's called any given Sunday. So I'm going to rock with 11 wins with my guy.
I agree.
What up, homie? Hello, your boy's been busy, but I'm good. How are you and the fam? Fam's good, man. And really about to settle into my crib soon, and appreciate you coming in. It's been a minute, but stay safe, my guy.
Do you think this season there will be an outpouring of players who kneel during the anthem? I do. I really do. Especially now with the whole Brees thing. Like, guys are really going to want to come together even more now,
Yep. I
think we'll see it. Let's see.
A couple people said 12-4. Sharif Jones, Reese Scott said 12-4. Cool. Prince Harry?
Prince Harry, I love it. Will Dillard step up and protect Carson's blind side now that the bodyguard may not come back? We need him to. I'm telling you. This is the time. They got to unleash, let Andre Dillard do his thing. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing JP back, as a mentor type role to Andre Dillard. But I think Dillard, it's now or never, man. He's got to be strong. We have a very good offensive line.
Yeah. Real quick, just to say, Cordarius Kid, Clowney is not signed anywhere yet. Just let you know. Danny Lukenheimer said 10-6. Now everybody's putting out their things. If you get to the bottom, if JD doesn't perform, he will be replaced. Everybody got their score prediction now. You're going to run into a bunch of them. After this, if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see a bunch.
Yes, sir. 12-4, 10-6, 13-3. I like it. 15-1. That's crazy. Let's see.
Take it.
Joseph agrees with us. Other than Philly, the most slept on team, I think, is the Cardinals. I'm telling you. They're coming. That widespread offense with Kingsbury and Kyler Murray, all the weapons there now. I can't believe they got D-Hop for
I know that hurts. It hurts. And we got Jalen Hurts over him. I'm just kidding.
Eagles' biggest need is a backup running back. I don't think it's our biggest need, but I could see us going for it.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't think it's our biggest need. The fact that we still got some our linebackers are definitely questionable. You could get another. The running back thing is important too. For the fact is, Boston Scott was great last year, but he was great. I think he can still do it, but we don't have that bruiser to complement. I mean, like Miles Sanders and Boston Scott, they're both Boston Scott is more of a scat bag. Miles Sanders could be LaShawn McCoy, but again, he's been getting hampered with injuries, like little ankle things and stuff like that. So you want that guy who can really come in and move the chains as well. So running back, I do believe is important, but I don't know if it's the biggest need.
I will say Dillard needs to bulk up more. Yep, I agree. And get into a little better shape. I think he's going to.
I love these score predictions, though.
13 and 3.
Make me want to see the season start right away.
I know, man. 13 and 3, 10 and 6, 16 and 0, 11 and 5, 11 and 5. A lot of people are on the same page as us, or at least around us. JJ's make or break here. I agree. 11 and 5. Let's see. I was reading this article that said the Eagles allowed the most sacks in the NFL from 82 to 98. When Andy Reid came in, we sent the most offensive linemen to the Pro Bowl with 5. Always a big priority, and it really has been ever since, honestly.
Jeff Stoutland, offensive line coach. That guy can get anybody ready almost. Watch. Yep. Watch Haloti Vaitai, who signed a big deal with the Lions, I believe it was. Watch him not be that good. I'm telling you, my boy Jeff Stoutland, though. Yep. He's a monster.
Greg Ward will be better than JJ. You think Greg Ward's going to start in a slot? I have a feeling he does.
And depending on how this training camp go, right now he's the guy. Until these other guys can get on the field and show why it should be them, and that's Marquise Goodwin, John Hightower, Quez Watkins, even JJ Arcega-Whiteside right now is Greg's until someone proves otherwise.
I love it. Everyone on the team is better than JJ.
Yeah, for now.
Dallas. This guy right here, SJ94, comes in bringing good jokes all the time. I appreciate him. Says, what do the Dallas Cowboys and the Postal Service have in common? They don't deliver on Sundays.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
10 and 6, 9 and 7, 11 and 5. They're still pouring in. If we perform to our potential, I can see 14 and 2 at best.
I'm with it.
This team feels like the 2017 team. They aren't getting the respect they deserve. The team is much better than what the analysts have us. I believe we'll be at 13 and 3. At worst, we'll be 10 and 6. I couldn't agree with that more. We're getting slept on.
Definitely getting slept on. People are, and again, I've said this whenever I talk about the receivers and the speed, and someone in the chat said it too. I think it was Sean Smith, or Sean. Yes, he's like, they're unproven. I know that, but with the speed we're going to have at the receiver position, it's going to let what we do best. We throw the ball to running backs and tight ends as well, and they're going to be more open with this speed. And oh, by the way, as soon as you focus in on them tight ends, you're going to get beat over the top with the big arm quarterback named Carson Wentz. So this team is very slept on, and the defense is really being slept on. So I'm excited.
I agree with you. What do you think about our offense and defense, like in terms of ranks? I feel like our defense could be top 10. They could sneak their way in, and offense probably could too.
Real quick, Philly Oso said we got 12 and 4 too. So like a lot of these numbers around the 11, 12. You got the double digits pretty much. Everybody said double digits. Some people said super high double digits. But what was the last thing you said again, real quick?
In terms of the Eagles, like offensive and defensive ranks, like where do you think we're going to be at?
The same way I'm saying we're getting slept on, we got to understand that there's a lot of question marks. Darius Slay, lockdown, but we haven't seen it in Midnight Green. Mills looks like his game will transition great to the safety. We haven't seen it. Will Parks, very versatile player. Big nickel, safety. We haven't seen it. With that being said, I'm not going to just come up and say top, but I think we can squeeze in to the top. We're going to be above 15 in both categories. Above 15 in both categories. I think our defense is going to be around, I would give it right now without seeing it on the field, maybe right around 12th. I think our offense is going to be inside the top 10, though.
I'm there with you, man.
This defense has the potential to definitely sneak into the top 10 and push to a top 5. We got to see how that second cornerback plays. Is he getting burnt toast all game? Do we have to rotate coverage over there? That's all going to play a factor in it, but I'm excited for the defense just as much as the offense.
Who do you think is going to have the best rookie season for the Eagles?
I got to go with the first-round pick, Jalen Reagor, because the fact that we're desperate for wide receivers, I think he's going to be the rookie that comes in, and we're going to ask him to do the most. I mean, Kavon Wallace has has McLeod and Mills and Parks to maybe start over him in the beginning. Jalen Hurts, well, we know who's starting over him in the beginning. The linebacker, he has a chance to make the field right away because of the lack of talent there. But Jalen Reagor is going to come in and have to perform. He's going to have to be that number 2 receiver from day uno.
Yep, I agree. I think Kavon's a good one too. I think he's going to have a chance to start in day 1.
He was killing me the other day. He came into the chat, was like, just saying stuff like somebody gave me a super chat and he was like, I would do it, but I haven't got paid yet. And no, he was just killing it.
Everywhere, yo. I heard it was Kara's boyfriend.
Yeah, they're about to get married and I had to cut this live stream off. She just said, Dak, you're back. I'm dead. Here we go. Round 2.
Top 5 defense.
Giovanni. And he also said in the next thing, he said, what do you say? He said, I think the new additions I think all the new additions will perform. Remember, I said that. I'm gonna hold you to it, but I can agree with you. They're gonna play. What
do you think about this? The RPO is gonna be key in our offense.
Yeah, I mean, he always stopped doing it more. He did it a lot more when he had Nick Foles. And
yeah,
I want to see it. I would like to implement it a little bit. It gets that, off balanceness, and a guy like Carson who is mobile with his legs. I just want him to be smart about the hits that he allows to him, but why not?
Yep. Philly Osha, I completely agree with you. The only thing that gets in our way is injuries. No serious injuries. The NFL will be on notice. I agree, man. We got to stay healthy this year.
That's what it comes down to, man. That could be the biggest off-season signing, health, straight up. You know what? You know what it is. We're not. You know what it is. We are not losing more than 2 games. Bet 50, Mike. Bet $50, Mike. Ooh, come on! I don't like to bet against my team. Listen, I'm a huge gambler in sports, both sports books and daily fantasy sports. I have one rule: don't bet against or on my team when it comes to that stuff. Like if a Cowboy fan, Giant fan want to bet me that the Eagle, who's gonna have a better record, of course. But like when I'm trying to get into big money and I'm picking players, I try not to pick Eagle players unless they're set up for 100% success, because I can't. It's hard, and I play my money right, but I can't bet against my team, DeJounte.
I'm there with you. I feel you.
But fly, Eagles, fly, my guy.
Killings.
I like that. Only 2 losses, you said.
Killings could be another guy that makes the roster too. I think we're going to keep 4 running backs.
Yeah, could.
How do we expect our Green Goblin Mills to do at strong safety? Perhaps Wallace to give competition, or Will Parks? I don't know. It's going to be different finally seeing him not at the corner,
Don't be surprised if we struggle at corner, Sydney or whoever. Don't be surprised if Mills don't come back down and play corner with having Kavon Wallace and Will Parks back there. And again, Jalen Mills guarding the number 1, he might get beat, but if he's only guarding the number 2, he's going to play a little better.
Yep. Think.
He's not the best run blocker, but I mean, we'll get into more heavy personnel. We'll be in 12-man personnel, so you'll have Dallas and Zach on the field. Yep. See, that's what I said, Dak. You're back.
A lot of people are talking about these Dallas fans in these jean shorts today. I don't know what's going on.
What's it called? Dyrome Tube. Oh, good. Dallas fan starter pack. Home jersey, jean shorts, K-Swiss knee. I see that picture all the time. That jug's funny.
This pretty much echoes what you were saying earlier. How the wide receiver speeds is going to open up the whole offense, you know?
I agree. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I wanted to say Droid Tube says, should Josh Sweat play more?
Yep.
There it is. Brandon Graham, although he has gas left in the tank, he's aging. Still can ball. He's a starter. He's going to get a lot of reps. But Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham, you got to rotate Josh Sweat in there. Let him free up Derek Barnett a little bit, but he mainly going to have to free up Brandon Graham. Josh Sweat can be this guy. This will be a great year for him to break out. It's been around that time, you know. We do need a big play from Derek Barnett, though. But you keep Brandon Graham fresh throughout the season, throughout all 4 quarters, by bringing Josh Sweat in the rotation a lot.
I agree. I think our depth of our D line is going to be essential, just like it was, 2017. Look how deep we were. We had 2 lines that could pretty much contribute at any time.
Yeah, I miss Bo Allen and all them guys. You remember?
Chris Long. Fast, and go offense. I agree. Killins will be a good kick and punt returner. Yep.
Oh, real quick, I want to touch BVC 215's question. He said, with basketball coming back, will y'all be talking Sixers anytime soon? I mean, I know RB's been keeping up with the Sixers. I done left them because it hurts to talk about basketball. But, yeah, I actually been cooking up a Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid video of why they're going to prove this playoff run when they do that 22 teams, play yourself in. I got a special Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons video coming. So,
yep, and I'll be here talking basketball. I was going to start doing draft videos, but I guess the season's coming back now, so I don't know what's going to happen, man. It's going to be weird basketball, no fans.
Man, they're going off.
I know. Do we re-sign D-Jax next year or let the new guys take over? That's a good question.
I thought D-Jax has 1 more year on his contract after this anyways.
That's what I thought, because it was a 3-year deal, right?
Yep. That's what I thought. Eagles season, you hate the Sixers, or you just hate them because they're playing bad, or you just don't like that team in the NBA? But go ahead.
Russell Wilson is 5-0 against the Eagles. That changes this year. I would love it to. I feel like they've always had our number, man. Always.
They did. At least we get them in Philly.
Yep. Carson.
That timing is important.
Yep.
So many routes in the NFL are not about just beating your player. It's about getting to a spot a certain time. That's why you saw at the end Greg Ward and Carson Wentz on the same page. Greg Ward in the beginning was not at the right spot. You see him falling away from passes. There was time that Carson Wentz was letting the ball go before he got out of his before he broke out of his route. So it's all about the timing.
Yep. This is a good one. Who will be the new leader in the Eagles defense?
I want to say big play Slay will voice his opinion, but just coming to the Eagles and not really knowing the guys. Listen, if a guy like Jalen Mills, who got that, that fingers shaking swag, if he comes in and, week 1 gets a pick at the safety position and plays that position good, don't think he's not vocal. You've seen already before the game starts, who's that guy in the middle getting all the DBs hyped? Who's that guy in the middle getting everybody hyped up? It's Jalen Mills. So, we're going to have to let his play show it first, but don't think he can't galvanize a group, especially if his play's playing. He's already been trying to do that when he was getting beat. So let this man play good football, see if he can do it.
That's what he's got about him, right? His aggressiveness. Who returns kicks, Boston Scott or Killins? I think it could potentially be Killins, honestly, but We just have a multitude of guys we can throw back there, to be honest. Can you look at my question, please? What was your question? I'm not sure, but go ahead and comment the question again. I got you.
Gay City Sports is up in here too. Quick. Receivers, I think we should keep Jackson, Ward, Rager, Hightower, Watkins, Goodwin. Now, if we take a seventh receiver, JJ can along. If not, I'd put him on the practice squad. What about y'all? Listen, if I'm doing it myself, why not? I just don't see the organization letting JJ go because I've never seen a rookie receiver, rookie player in general, who was picked in the first 3 rounds get 1 year. And no matter how bad they play, get deemed 100% trash. Now, a couple games into 2020, then we could talk about it.
Yep. I spammed that question. I think you answered that one, right? About Rhaegar in the run.
No. I think right here's Monica Lane's question. I think that she wants. She said, how do we capitalize on a Philly running back in fantasy when we have so many? That's the thing. That's why I will never mess with. Listen, I'm going to have to wait and see the rotation, how many touches Miles Sanders gets before I plug him in daily fantasy. And so I got to hear the rumblings too. When I do my real ESPN fantasy and you got to draft the people, I got to be careful when I take Miles Sanders because it could easily be a committee and then you get stuck in that. Yeah.
Yep. Mills go to corner. Yep.
Gay City Sports is in here real quick. He commented. I wanted to see what he said.
What's going on, Gay City?
He said, what's good, guys? I think Josh Sweat will see less snaps, but will be effective. The reason he will see less snaps is because we won't need defensive ends moving inside Graham too often this season. True. But you also know that Brandon Graham is getting up there in age. And so why not let him get some snaps off? He's going to rotate in for Brandon Graham a little bit. I do see what you're saying, though, especially the fact that Malik Jackson can play defensive end as well. Even though I would like him to keep Fletcher Cox and Javon Hargrave effective all game too. Like I said, that fourth quarter, D-line is going to be not gassed, and that's dangerous. That up the middle penetration. But again, Vinny Curry off the team. I'm not sure how much they feel with Avery. So Josh Sweat's going to be that, as I would say in NBA terms, 6th man. He's going to be that 6th man when it comes to the defensive line. So he's going to be the first one to get action for any injury / any type of, letting Brandon Graham play a whole long season being a little older. But I hear you, Gay City.
We're not bringing enough attention to our D-line. We have major upgrades real quiet.
Real quiet. I like it, though.
What about Sharif Miller? I know we all have hopes for Sweat, but where do you guys see him this upcoming season? Could be a guy competing, right?
Yeah, I think he can. It's hard because we really didn't pay him too much attention last year, and I still don't really understand why. He was pretty good in the preseason.
What's that guy? Deshaun Hall. Remember him too in the preseason?
Oh yeah. That's the one. That's the actual one who's standing out in the preseason to me, actually.
Do you guys think Hurts could play a Taysom Hill role within our Eagle setup? I don't know. I think he'll be in a few packages here and there, but I don't know. I don't think they want him to have a chance of getting hurt, to be honest. Lou D says, what's up?
What's up?
I want to see Greg Ward on a flea flicker down to D-Jax. Use his skills. Got a lot of quarterbacks up in here. Hey,
we got beat on so many trick plays. Let's turn the table. But real quick, Eagle season says Matisse Thybulle. So wait, you don't like the Sixers because of Matisse Thybulle, or did I miss the other part? I don't got the context. Beat my Nets. So you an Eagle Net fan? I ain't mad. Hey, let KD come back. Y'all make some problem. Y'all make some noise.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Be Seattle. Eagles need one more corner to beat Dallas. I think we could beat Dallas as it is. I think we're going to beat them twice. Slay is vocal. Love it.
Yeah, I love that. Real quick, the 2020 vision. He said about Fletcher Cox mailing it in. I know Gate City touched on that in the chat, but I just think he was, he was banged up all season, losing Timmy Jurgen, losing Hassan Ridgeway, not having the right D tackles there, not having the line how he wanted. Really let the whole offensive lines that we played focus on Fletcher Cox. So he was getting an ample amount of double teams. Plus, he had the whole shoulder thing going. But you're right. He did bully in the last game. Listen, we get a full, fresh Fletcher Cox. We seen what Fletcher Cox, even injured, did all year last year, clogging up the run. We about to see a pass rushing Fletcher Cox in 2020. That's going to be scary along the side of a Derek Barnett that possibly could stay healthy and Hargrave.
I agree with you. I think McLeod could step up too. I like this comment, especially, with him training with Jenkins and Will Parks. I think McLeod's going to try to fill that responsibility. Cox will remain our guy on defense. Yep.
Yo, put Gay City's thing up at 8:30. He said, "Dang, Mike, who's your stan? Somebody seriously disliking every video you post. Send that man a signed starter cap so he can chill. You already know. Listen, I always get some dislikes, but it's cool. But it's been worse since I took that stand since I took that stand. And earlier in here, we were talking about the Drew Brees thing. So who knows? It's all good. I like to be disliked. You know what I mean?
J-Jaw will have to make a comeback year. He wasn't ready at all for the pressure with the injuries. Watch his college film. Duke can go up and grab the ball. I've been saying that for a couple of weeks. Do you think we bring back Tim Jernigan since he didn't sign with Houston? I made a video about this earlier today. I'm telling you, I think it would be a good value signing just to at least, let him try to compete for a spot. I know we are filled up. We have a lot of guys who are going to compete, but I'm telling you, Tim Jernigan knows the culture. He understands the locker room, and he's been here. And I wouldn't mind it.
We can't bring him back, man. We got D tackles out the wazoo. Listen, I did a video right after the end of the season, and Hassan Ridgeway played a couple games less than Timmy Jurgen and had better stats.
Yeah. I understand the stats aren't there, and Jernigan's never going to be that impact player like when it comes to the stat sheet. But I don't know. I feel like he put in some contribution down the stretch. He's not the best, so he's getting up there with the injuries and all.
Real quick, David Morris said, "I just want to win." Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all that matters is getting these W's. Stats and all that's pretty, but L's and W's, that's all that really matters. I agree. I'm with it. Listen, I'm about to put out the Sixers video about Ben and Joel taking, coming back. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
At this point, we know both games against Dallas are going to be close. I don't believe anyone gets blown out this year. What do you think? You think the season could potentially come down to week 16 in Dallas?
That would suck just because it's in Dallas. But we've seen stranger things. Dallas got an easier schedule than us, though. So
Zeke's so mad he can't fit into those crop tops anymore.
I'm dead. That's wild.
What do you think of the Amazon Prime series about our Eagles? I still didn't get around to watching that yet. I want to.
That was tough.
Everyone in the chat, if you haven't, please hit that like button. Show them your appreciation. Appreciate you, Vic 3. We got 54 people in here. If you guys are in here and enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to both channels.
You already know. David Morris said, "What up? What's going on, my guy? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on?"
Okay, huh.
Oh, Vic 3 said Jerrigan already signed with the Texans. Yeah, but you heard what happened? The Texans, what they do? They let him go, or
Nah, he just put it on his Instagram story yesterday that it's just he's not going to Houston. Like, I don't know if the numbers didn't get worked out right or what's going on. Maybe he just doesn't want to play for Bill O'Brien. I mean, I don't either, but I don't know. He's a free agent again.
real quick, Santos said the Eagles' main issue is staying healthy. Hey, that's true. The chat has been consistent with it. I've been consistent with it. RB, listen, health could be the biggest sign this offseason if we just stay healthy.
Dallas has a defense slow and old. Our receivers should tear them apart. I'm telling you, I want to see us explode. Just, launch it downfield, man. Carson Wentz, I think these boys are going to open up the field. You talked about it before with the rollouts and just widen the field, man. Down the stretch, we saw, the staff kind of gave Carson a little more leeway into kind of opening things up. I'm expecting more of it.
I agree. Go up to 2020 Visions question real quick. I think it's 2 slots up. My biggest concern for this season is Slay not working out. I know Nnamdi Asomugha, the last cornerback we remember that. We do. He was a lockdown, shutdown corner in Oakland, came to us, and we ruined him. I remember Jacoby Jones, a special teamer from the Baltimore Ravens, called it like a 50-yard touchdown on Nnamdi Asomugha. It was disgusting. But Darius Slay did it differently. He's not just a lockdown. He's a ball hawk. He gets more turnovers. Nnamdi Asomugha used to be a guy who just didn't let people pass his way. He plays it differently, but yes, it is scary. It is a scary thing. And if that happens, we're in trouble. I just don't think it is. I have my utmost faith. Now, listen, he's going to get beat. He's going to get beat for a 40-yard touchdown once or twice, but it shouldn't be often.
We've had some corners here come here and fail, man. I got confidence in Slay, though. Eagles season, about to start my own channel. Can I get some advice? Hey, do you, man. Be consistent. Speak your mind.
That's it. Talk about what you want to talk about, which if it's about the Eagles, speak what's going on in the news. Be creative with your content and consistency. And let me know. I'll be your first subscriber, my guy. Appreciate you.
Me too. Division will be ours as soon as we put Seattle away. I would love that. Have them come into the link and just – if we're in a good spot by then, and I think we play Green Bay the week after and then the Saints, if we could win that Seattle game, it would put us in a good position.
Look, out of our 5 tough ones, not including Dallas, because Dallas, let's just say if they're tough or not, it is what it is. But out of the Saints, the Packers, the Seahawks, the Niners, the Ravens, we got to win 3 out of them 5. You got to win 3 out of them 5.
Yep. Now,
again, the Ravens, the Seahawks, and the Saints are all in Philly. The other 2, the Niners and the Packers, are in Lambeau and in Seattle, and in San Fran. So they're going to be tough. But I'm glad we get them 3 other ones: Saints, Seahawks, and Ravens in Philly. We need fans, though. We need fans for that.
Jernigan failed the physical. Okay, I thought it was with the numbers, but interesting.
That is. Real quick, Angelo DeLuca said we need to trade for Royce Freeman. My guy Philly Fresh talked about that in a video, and I wouldn't be opposed if we're only trading something light, because honestly, with Denver having Melvin Gordon over there and Patrick Lindsay, Lindsay, I mean, why not? And he could be that bruiser that will go great with Miles Sanders. Eagles be rocking. He said Mike and the crew. Philly take RB. And actually, he's the one hosting this stream, as you see his logo at the top. So it's on my channel too, because he streamed it to my channel, but he's the one hosting this. I'm his guest.
You know what they say, health is wealth. I agree, Gay City. Health is everything.
Health is. And like I kept saying this stream, I'm going to say it one more time. That could be the biggest off-season signing. If we stay at least 90% healthy, we can get 10%. We can lose a couple people. It's football. It's going to happen.
Where do you see Corey Clement coming in? I don't know. I think I have a feeling he could end up making it, but I want to see the 2017 version of Corey Clement. I mean, he was special as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah. Super Bowl is on my mind. Hey, we got that taste. We got that taste. Philly fans got that taste, and we're not letting it go.
Screens are going to be crazy. Yep. Eagles got younger. Dallas got older. That's what I've been saying, man. Here's this one about Royce Freeman. Yep. Nnamdi and Byron Maxwell.
Basuda.
Haunts me.
Yikes.
Our wide receiver speed is going to be too much for almost any defense. I agree.
It is. We got a track team out there.
My biggest concern is Dillard not working out, then Carson goes down again.
He trying to blame it on Dillard, though. Ooh.
What do you think there? They're going to give Carson the kind of the freedom to roam around now? I think they are. I think they're going to open up things a little more.
Ooh.
My greatest concern is health. Nnamdi was ranked number 1 with Darrelle Revis at that time, too.
Yeah. What? But I'm like Nani said, yeah, it was disgusting. But again, Nani Asamoah was a lockdown corner and was up there with Darrelle Revis at the time. But he was one of them guys when you looked at the stats or the metrics, he wasn't getting interceptions and stuff like that. I mean, he got a lot of deflections. Philly Mike, I have a question for you. Let me know what it is. He got a lot of deflections, but he was a guy that just played so good defense that the opposing quarterback would not throw his way. Darius Slay gets the ball thrown his way and he takes it away. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Yeah, he was a no show for the physical because he couldn't pass it. He was a little, you know what I mean? He was a little,
who do you have getting bye weeks in the NFC and AFC? At first, I would say Saints for the NFC, but I don't know now. Things might get a little bit up, you know?
That's
AFC.
That's things like
appreciate him.
Let me see what's on. What's going on, Jalen Williams? What's going on? Why you say I smell pizzle? Oh, yeah, because we're on the stream together.
Man, I hope he would come in here. He's a bum.
It's cool. I ain't mad at the game. I ain't even going to respond to him no more.
That's why I never did. He's a clout chaser. This guy, Dak's missing testicles, keeps saying Ertz has to go at the trade deadline. I don't know. I'm not on that side with some Eagles fans that are saying that. I like my 2 tight end package. Eagles be rocking. What's going on, bro?
He also had a good comment. Let me hear this one. I want the Eagles to crush the Saints, dancing at halftime. SOB put a 50 burger on the smug mofo Sean Payton. Yeah, I mean that year. Yeah, the last time Carson Wentz played the Saints, they destroyed us. So it's time to get some revenge, bro. We about listen. I plan to go to if this coronavirus, which I think it will. Again, what's going on, my guy, Jalen Williams? If coronavirus lets us, I'm trying to get to at least 3 or 4. So, I'm going to, once I, get the okays and stuff, I'll put my stuff out there. I'm going to this game. I would love a bunch of you guys to come. We definitely chop it up at the tailgate party, you know? And, you know, we'll see. And if I get tickets, depending on, you know, if you're going alone and you just want to go, whatever, maybe I'll let you know where I'm sitting. You can sit close. I don't know. We figure it out, though. But that's why I'm telling you guys, make sure you have your community post enabled so you can see it. I'll probably say it in a video, too. But I'll do a lot of that stuff with community posts. So, I don't know.
Eagles be rocking. I agree, man. Got to put up the numbers.
Yep. Results is where it's at the end of the day.
Say Wentz goes down early in the year and Sudfeld takes over. Are we still playoff contenders? To me, I feel like Sudfeld, if he's in at all, would be for a short time. And then I think they would go to Hurts, but later on in the season. But I'm not sure.
Yeah. I think when Doug said that Sudfeld's a backup, I think he's talking about like week 1 through 3.
Yeah.
You know, come on, you put a second round pick on him. The guy, if Wentz would go down, you know, you got to get him as ready as possible. He got to play, but no Wentz going down.
Yep. 16 games this year. He's going to be healthy, man. I ain't going to lie. I trust Aldon Smith for y'all more than Dillard. No. Aldon Smith is a criminal.
Aldon Smith hadn't played in 5 years, man. It's not easy. Let it fly. I'm ready.
Notice most of the time Carson gets hurt, he's scrambling. He's a great runner, but I feel like he shouldn't be afraid to throw it away sometimes. That's a great point. They got to teach him how to throw it away, even if he's not, you know, on a play where he's sacrificing his body or something. I just see him hold on to the ball a little bit too much.
Yeah. He just commented way far down, too. He says he has to go. He's like, let me see real quick. He said, guys, I got to go cook. I got to go cook. Peace out, y'all. Hopefully when I come back, you guys will still be streaming Go Birds. I don't know, but yo, be easy. Enjoy your night.
Appreciate you, Joseph.
Real quick, Eagle season. He said, how do you edit your videos? Man, I do all my videos from my cell phone. So, like, if you have Twitter, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll definitely help you out. He said, Nandi didn't have interceptions, like you said, because quarterbacks were scared to death of him out west. Burnt toast out here. Dang, quick. Our luck. Yeah. You're right. That's the thing, though. So I think when he came to Philly, I bet you week 1 they were scared. But once they completed the first one and the second one and the third one, they stopped getting scared quick.
I completely agree with this. I'm not trading Ertz. Who do you guys want the Eagles to sign for their veteran running back, Devontae Freeman or LaShawn McCoy?
I'm not big on either of them. Listen, I love me some LaShawn McCoy, and I want him to come back to Philly when he's ready to retire, get that 10-day contract, and retire as an Eagle. But I don't want another running back who does what Miles Sanders does necessarily. I want a bruiser to complement him, or at least a north and south kind of guy who can complement him and or fill in if we need to.
Yep. I agree. We'll probably use one of the guys in-house, if anything. What's going on, Kevin Cronin? Appreciate you for stopping by. We got to catch you.
Where are we at? I'm trying. Oh, all right. Let's see. Having two of the top 10s tight ends in football are safety net and should be even more dangerous this year. Yep. That was my whole video yesterday. You know, the speed is talked about. We're forgetting about the tight end duo we got, but the league won't forget when they balling, and they're going to be the crucial in the red zone. I mean, Carson Wentz is super efficient in the red zone and will continue. The speed guys get us down there quickly, and the tight ends will finish them off.
Dallas Goedert is special too. Like, I think hopefully they'll design some more looks for him this year. He has a lot to bring to the table.
Go up to Vic 3 real quick. He said, Mike, you know the value we can get for trading Ertz has to at least be thought of. Here's my take on this. Listen, I got Zach Ertz on my wall. I love him to death. But the NFL is a business. I'm going to overvalue Ertz as a fan and say you really have to, really have to throw something on the table that I cannot say no to. But let's just speak facts. We have to decide what we're going to do with his contract soon. George Kittle's contract is up this year. George Kittle wants receiver money. Some people think George Kittle is a little bit better than Ertz. Some people believe Ertz is better than Kittle. However you fall on that line, they're close. Kelsey, Kittle, Ertz, they're all close. You can pick them 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, whatever you want. They're close.
Yep.
Dallas Goedert is going to come up and need to get paid soon too. So if Zach Ertz was to say, I want to be an Eagle, I'm not going to take a super cheap deal because he's talented, but doesn't try to hit the bank on us. I think he retires an Eagle. But the business of football, having Dallas Goedert, who say he goes out and gets another 700 yards this year and 10 touchdowns, it's going to be hard. Listen, if it's up to me, I'm going to try my best to keep Zach Ertz. But because it's a business, because of the cap next year, and because of what we can maybe get right now, because Ertz is what, 29, 30, 29?
Yeah, he's getting up
3-4 years in a tight end world, he's going out. So now will be the biggest value, and you'll never hear me say trade Ertz. But on a football decision, it's going to be talked about amongst the big guys upstairs. So I love him to death, though. That's just my whole thing on it. Sorry.
You agree. Glad I saw the link on Google Philly Take. I'm subscribing. You're chilling with Mike. I know you got good content. Appreciate you, Eagles. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah. He say, yeah, I don't be messing with no guys who can't get it done.
Hey, man, we've been doing this for a little while, man. Ever since that Sixers-Warriors game.
Yep. But Gate City said something at 8:51 then too about the whole tight Zach Ertz thing, I think. He said, I'm not saying the decision won't need to be made in the near future. I called out the money and cap situation months ago. However, we run a lot of stick nod routes concepts with form 2 tight end sets. I agree. And so I think the Eagles love the two. Listen, last year we ran 12 personnel 46.1% of the time. 46, almost 50%, 2 tight end sets, 12 command personnel. We love it. But then the money thing is what comes into it, and having a guy who can start. Again, when we go into 11-man personnel, which we played 40.1% of the time, Dallas Goedert wasn't on the field most of the time because it was Zach Ertz time. So it's definitely going to be tough, but I'm all for keeping Zach Ertz. And yo, what up, Philly Fresh? Philly Fresh was at 8:51 too, a little bit down, I think. Yo, that. He said, what's up, y'all? Sorry I'm late. I had Drew Brees and the others. Yo, yeah, shout out. Go watch Philly Fresh's video. Listen, Drew, I had got a bunch of tweets about it, but I was busy and I kept saying boop, 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 not looking at them. But then Philly Fresh texts me and I don't just swipe his, so I hit him back right away. Yo, what's up? He's like, yo, sent me an audio thing. Was like, yo, you hear what happened with Drew Brees? I'm all like, nah, maybe that's why I got a bunch of notifications. So I'm like, as soon as I heard him say that, bang, I watched the video, and yo, Malcolm's words touched me. It touched me. And I hit Philly Fresh back up like, yo, that's wild. But yo, Philly Fresh, my guy, go sub him if you haven't already did that. On the road to 1 Kizay. And appreciate Philly Fresh and Vic 3. They both subscribe to the channel membership. I am going to revamp it because I don't know why I didn't put a smaller tier in there. There's going to be a $1.99 tier in there that has members only videos and gameplay and stuff. We'll talk about that another time. But Philly Fresh, appreciate you always holding it down.
Yes, sir.
But dang, yeah, see, we go quick. They say, hey, we got to Reese Scott and Eagles be rocking. Welcome to the Philly Take with RB.
Eagles be rocking. I agree, man.
Not really, but I do have one. I don't really use it at all. It's the same as my Twitter. So the same thing that you see on my videos at Philly Mike, it's the same thing. Philly_Mike25. You can message me on there. I'll get at you.
If the Eagles can stay healthy, they will be one of the best teams and have potential at 13 wins. I like it.
I like how everybody says we got to stay healthy because we really do.
Ertz is a franchise tight end. Yes, he is. He's the man. He's the man. Sure hands, Zach Ertz.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Bashir Randall. He put the link in my chat. He said, "Yo, everybody, go sub me up. So close to 30 subs. Young boy grinding. Just started doing Eagles content maybe 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Already got like 15 videos up. I'm not saying exactly. I'm just estimating. He's been grinding. I like it. Appreciate him. Bashir Randall. I think that's where you can find him if you type it in the link. But if you're on my page, go ahead and click that link. We take care of all Philly content creators. You know, we not here just no one's here for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We all for each other. It's what you call brotherly love.
Good content.
Brotherly love. What happened?
So I've been checking out Bashir. I like his content. I do. Speaking of another Philly content creator, appreciate the super chat, my boy, 4 for 4 Philly fan. If you guys have not checked him out yet, go ahead and show some love to his channel. He's about to hit 500 subs. My guy, definitely going to be streaming with him as well again in the future. Great content creator, guys. Let's see.
Hey, Gate City, I agree with you, but because of Sun NRC, I don't think we need a Denard. Rome One More says, should we worry about the Bucks? At this part, we don't play them during the season, so we have to play them. We won't have to worry about them to the playoffs. So, you know. But yeah, everybody who's talking about the 12 defense and all that stuff, 12-man personnel and the sticks, yeah, that's what we love to do. And the speed on the outside is only going to enhance Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert. So I am very intrigued of how this offense is going to look in 12-man personnel next year. But don't be surprised when Doug Peterson don't pull out some 5 receiver sets for some good old fun. Carson Wentz got 5 receivers at his disposal. In a play, we didn't have 5 healthy receivers last year in total.
You guys think that Miles Sanders will get 2K scrimmage yards this year? Me personally, I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm looking around like 1,700, maybe 1,800.
Yeah, I think the 1,800 will be a nice push too. I'm gonna go closer to, because of I believe we're still gonna use a decent committee. And if we do use a decent committee, I can see us only getting, getting close to maybe to 900, right around 1,000, and then maybe another 600-700 in receipts. So 15-ish, 8+. I would love it.
Free agent options that should be on the radar: Adrian Peterson, Timmy Jernigan, Vinny Curry, Daquise Dannard, maybe Michael Kendricks or Darren Lee. Any thoughts? Some of these guys we mentioned already too.
I want to say Timmy Jernigan, I don't think so because of how loaded we are at D tackle. Adrian Peterson is interesting. He's older. He can still play that big running back that we need. He's not like a legit bruiser, but he definitely made his money going north and south. Vinny Curry's interesting. 5 sacks last year as a rotation player. Denard, I don't think, because he's more of a slot guy, and Nikel Roby-Coleman and LeBlanc. Plus, Maddox has the opportunity to play there, so I don't think that. But go ahead, your thoughts?
Yeah, I would like some of them guys. I think we're going to go out and sign some of these veterans. So we already talked about a couple of them. I can see it.
Go downstairs, Bob.
Because he was like me, and he just did everything single day, and he was just he's not playing and he just was then Shell and us.
Okay, good. Shut the door. Shut the door.
We didn't sign Roby Coleman.
Dr. Kali said something cool. I'm gonna check out Bashir. He from my old hood. Yeah, definitely check him out. He said, "How do you think the Bucks and the Patriots do this year? Do you think the Patriots succeed without Brady? Do the Bucks become an actual threat?" Go ahead. I'll let you go first. Philly take with RB.
I had a bold take on this one. A lot of people got on me for saying it, but hey, I'm just gonna go with it. I could see the Patriots having a better record than the Bucks this year. I could. I think
Oh,
Bill
wow.
Belichick is the mastermind behind it all. I do. And even though Brady has a lot of help, I'm telling you, I don't trust that arm. That's just my bold take. But
I mean, that's a good hot take. I'm on the side of the Patriots not being as bad as everybody thinks. Their defense was good enough last year that if they just scored double digits, they would have won, or they scored more than 14 points, they would have won 11 games. So I don't have them possibly getting double digits. I see them around 9 wins. But a lot of people think they're going to win like 2 or 3. I mean, if they really are tanking for Trevor Lawrence, then it is what it is. But if Bill Belichick wants to prove that he can do it with Stidham, it'll be now. He can get 9-10 wins without Brady. With that team on offense, credit to him.
I think he will. Tell you. Yo, why are we not talking about Miles Sanders about to have a huge year, predicting 1,200 rushing and 500 or 600 receiving, 12 to 15 touchdowns. Big year, big time running back. I agree. I think Sanders is about to go off. I'm thinking 1,800, 1,700, all purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I got him more close to 1,500, but yeah, listen, Miles Sanders is about to ball. He about to get the call from Dion. You ball, you get the call.
Who do you see them find for linebacker? To me, if it was up to me, I'm still keeping Nigel Bradham in the talks.
I think Duke Riley gets bumped out for Jatavius Brown though.
Yeah. We got to make it to the playoffs this season. I think we will. Like I said in the title, I think we're going to break the curse.
I think Philly Fresh said, "What does RB mean?" I think he's asking you what Philly take what RB means. That's your initials, right?
Yeah.
He said, "Yeah."
Philly 500 refers to me as a Philly take with running back, but
Yeah.
I'll let it slide. Let's see.
I was reading something. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but so yeah, definitely. Vic 3 said about getting Bashir Randall on here. Yeah, we might have to do that. Like I said, right now, Philly Take with RB is controlling the chat. He's hosting this. It's on both pages though, so it's all love to all Eagles content creators. That's what we do over here. But you know.
Yes, sir. I'm definitely trying to get some of the subscribers up on here too, as we keep progressing.
Definitely.
Let's see. If the Patriots have the better record, I'm going to need to question the true greatness of Brady. Sorry, not sorry. Hey, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah. Waylon Assembly. Yeah. Go James always here. He's always over here trolling. Okay, I didn't get an answer.
Where we at?
Yo, Philly Fresh. Okay, I didn't get an answer. I I think he said it's his initials.
Yeah, it's my initials. My name's Ryan, but on this YouTube thing, I go by RB. Gate City Sports Talk with the super chat. What's good, RB? Switching over for thumbs up and sub. Appreciate the Gate City Sports. It's my guy. Love tuning in to you, Mike, and Philly Fresh every single Saturday. Definitely one of the best analytical Eagles YouTubers there are, if not the best. But appreciate you, Gate City.
You already know. Waylon Sembley said Wentz goes off for 50 touchdowns and only 7 picks. Hey, that would be amazing.
Hey, I like it, dude. I'm thinking Wentz in the 40 to 45 range if everyone's healthy.
I'm with it. Tone Dutch 215 said Philly all day. Philly Fresh shit. I wanted to pick up Bashir last Saturday, but I fumbled the ball. Come on, you can't be fumbling the ball as a running back, my guy. Nah, but it's cool. It was funny though. You try to put him on blast. You were like, man, it might have been past his bedtime, or he might have been sleeping on the couch. And then he was like, he never hit me up. And then he was like, look at your text DMs. You're like, oh, my bad. It's all good.
There's a good amount of Cowboys fans in here too, so I'm trying to pick out the good ones.
Yeah, hate when you got to read them before you put them on the screen.
Right. Bashir, yo, if we saw the chance, we don't want Yannick. I would love Yannick. It's just what you have to give up to get him.
Yeah. Again, in a perfect world, we would love to get him, but you know, in a realistic world, I don't know if it's possible, if it's feasible.
I think it's a good time to give some bold takes. This is what I usually do during my streams. I ask everyone for like a bold prediction with the Eagles. You have any on mine or in the chat? If anyone has a bold prediction for any, like if it's a player on the Eagles or just anything about the upcoming season.
Yeah, and then you ready to get off in a little bit, right?
Yeah, you can do that.
So let's just we got like a couple more minutes. So as Philly Take what RB just said, everybody in the chat, throw your bold take for the upcoming Philadelphia Eagles season, whether it be a player prop, this guy's going to do this, we're going to get this many wins, just a statement about the Philadelphia Eagles that is bold. My one, I'll start it off. I'll get to that. But my bold takeaway is the Eagles are top 5 in the NFL in takeaways, not defense, not offense, in takeaways. Turnover machine the defense is going to be. That's my bold prediction. Top 5 in takeaways.
I like it, dude. I like it. To answer this question before I give mine, says, if you guys are healthy, what is your best record? If unhealthy, what is your worst record? If it's up to me, if we're healthy, I think we could potentially be an 11-12 win team. If we're unhealthy, though, guys are dropping like flies again, I don't know. It could end up being a 7-8 win team, in my opinion.
Yeah, you really got to look at who's the one that's not going to be there. If you get some key players, you get like a Fletcher Cox, you get Fletcher and big play Slay go down, and on offense, you get Deshaun again and Carson Wentz. You're talking maybe 7-8 wins because we still can pull stuff together somehow, some way. But hopefully we don't got to go through that. But before we get into all these bold predictions, check out the super chat. Yeah. Victory said, which Eagle rookie will have the better season? Cowboys are excommunicated Eagles. They're watching with a tear in their eye. The better season? I mean, everything's set up to me that Jalen Reagor is the most outspoken receiver when it comes to production because he's going to be set up the best. I mean, Kavon's going to have to fight for minutes. Davion Taylor's going to have to fight for minutes. Hurts is going to be on the bench as long as Carson's healthy. So, I mean, even if he goes deep as the center, he's not playing over, or the guard, whatever, they're not playing on the line. So a lot of these guys ain't playing right away. But Jalen Reagor beings were so weak at the not weak at the wide receiver position, but he leads the pack as guys coming in to contribute day one. He's going to be set up with the most chance for success, in my opinion.
I thought this was a funny comment because I was watching this stream that happened, but
that was
for my bold take, guys. Though I know you guys are commenting on, we're about to get to some. I'm gonna go with a specific player. I'm telling you, my bold take, and this is pretty crazy, but I think DJ Arcega-Whiteside will have a touchdown in the first 3 games of the season. That'll be my bold take. I'm telling you guys, he's gonna come in. JJ
have 1 touchdown in the first 3 games.
First 3 games, he's gonna come in and he's gonna be a new and improved player. I'm telling you.
Wait, you're saying 1 touchdown each game, or just 1 in the first 3?
No, each game.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's pretty good. I was just gonna say if he has 1 touchdown in the first 3 games, it being JD Arcega-Whiteside is kind of bold.
I'm telling you, he needs to fill a role for the Eagles. He needs to fill a role. I don't think they trust him. So. Let's get to some of these bold takes. Sidney Jones finally breaks out this year and takes the second corner position. I see it happening. Prince Harry MVP. Let this team stay healthy. We're gonna see. Jalen Mills, Pro Bowl safety.
I like these bold takes.
Bold take Miles Sanders MVP.
I like it.
Big play, slay, domination. Bold statement. Jalen Hurts proves his worth as the number 2 overall Eagles pick.
Woo, that's bold. I don't even want him to explain how. I like it, but I'm kind of scared of his explanation of how that's going to happen. But I hear you.
Top 3 defense, I've said before, and Kayvon Wallace, defensive rookie of the year. That's a good one right there.
That's bold. You. I love it.
2 receivers, 1,000-yard seasons. I wonder who it would be.
If he would have said 2 players, I could understand it maybe being like Zach Ertz and a receiver. He said 2 receivers. I like it.
Bold take 5 kick/punt returns, and Jackson plays 16 games.
I like it, especially the 16 games from Djax. I'm ready for that.
Special teams are gonna have to step up though.
But take 5 kick/punt returns to the house. That's great.
Yeah. It's been a while since our special teams has been really effective, you know. Javon Hargrave might have a big year at D tackle. I think he is.
LA. So far, these bold takes are right up my alley. And again, they're bold, but they're not all super crazy. I like it, but you never know. Bold take. Oh man, this would hurt me. Prince Tega, I can never say his last name, will start over Dillard. That is a bold take. So I don't know how it would feel. Is he starting over Dillard because he's just that good as an undrafted free agent? Or is he starting over Dillard because Dillard's just that bad as a first-round pick? So I'm kind of lost with what would be the better part of that.
Jalen Mills, Pro Bowl safety. Yep. Let's see.
Oh, shit. About that time.
Kayvon Wallace, defensive player of year. Bold take, Boston Scott dominates. I think they're going to have a good role for Boston Scott in the offense. I do.
Jonathan Franklin, hey, nice take. Can't leave out little mini Scott. Dang, gets a touchdown 5 games in a row. Oh, snap.
Hey.
Player of the year. I see. Go ahead, keep going down each one. Bold take. Barnett gets that's a lovely one right there. That's a much anticipated one, man. Derek Barnett gets 11 plus sacks. I love that.
Really fresh. Bold take, Mills will be the odd man out.
This man want all the smoke. That's a tough take. We might. I mean,
Yeah,
Philly Fresh has been coming out with some fire takes. He had a couple hot takes on our podcast about Dak Prescott. So if you have not watched or have not listened to the Battle Birds podcast, you can check it out too, RB, if you want. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. It's on, I don't remember all the other platforms. Gate City knows them all. But check it out on iTunes if you can. Hey, the Battle Birds podcast, Philly Fresh got some hot takes on there. And he just followed one up with that one. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. You know I'm on that podcast right away. Marquise Goodwin, most touchdowns in 2021. Interesting. Bold take, they convert Derek Barnett to outside linebacker. 90s Eagles defense in 2020. Bold take, Super Bowl went over Mahomes. That'd be great.
Ooh. Wentz over Mahomes, Peterson over Reed. That would be a story.
Gate City says lukewarm take. Dallas finishing second again.
Hey, I like that, Luke. Listen, everybody's all the stat ones are great, but if they can finish in second, that means we finish in first, most likely. And so I'm with it.
Austin Scott might be the next Clement. Interesting.
Hey, if he could be that 2017 Clement, that's a nice take.
Waylon, bold prediction for Cowboys. Cowboys finish behind the Redskins and the Giants, 5-11. Imagine that. Who would they blame that time? That's the good question.
Well, they will listen. I said this on Philly 500 stream today. I said the Cowboys can still blame Jason Garrett if the Giants beat him. They can blame him for getting him. Oh my!
Wow. Imagine this one: Bears and Eagles in the NFC Championship. Wentz and Foles.
And Nick Foles is starting against. Oh my! Imagine if it's in Philly and he has to come past his statue.
Bold prediction: Super Bowl champs. I love it. I love it. Look at this one: bold take. Less than 3 major injuries. Echoing what you said the whole time.
That will be the best offseason signing we have. Health.
This is a real one right here. Wentz tears apart the Dallas Cowboys. I'm telling you, November 1st is going to be a beatdown.
I'm trying to get that game.
These are coming crazy. I love it. Look at this. I've been saying this. Bold prediction. Wentz versus Andy Dalton week 16.
We got some more bold take. Jerry Jones will pay me $45 million a year, and I will cripple the franchise. I'm dead.
Clowney signs with the Birds for $37 million, 3-year deal. Sheesh.
Damn, we still got a bunch of them coming out. Go ahead. You get a couple of.
Oh, Philly Fresh hot take. McLeod will start.
He'll start Gate Cities. McLeod, yeah. There's an inside joke because Gay City Sports Channel, he always calls him he was calling him Ronnie McLeod. And so we started getting on a McLeod like it's a bad McDonald's sandwich.
Daddy, more ice cream. Yo, I want peanut butter with the more ice cream.
All right, I'm going to get it in a second, Pop.
Okay.
Bold take, Jeffrey doesn't get traded. We have 6 receivers total, including Jeffrey. Jeffrey comes off IR later in the season, and he breaks out and spends his last year in Philly with a bang. I'm with it.
Yes, sir. Jalen Reagor, offensive rookie of the year.
I'm with it.
Sanders, top 5 running backs this season. I could see it. They'd still blame Garrett.
Yeah. Hey, these are called bold takes. These are, you know what I mean?
Josh Sweat gets around 8 to 10 sacks in addition to Barnett's 11 plus.
Bro, then, if that happens, because I'm telling you, Cox and Art. Elijah. Quiet. If you're gonna be in this room, quiet. Yo, go to 2020 visions real quick. I know it's lower, but wait. We just want Bull take care and above 500 make a run, stay together till they're old and gray. All right, that one's funny. And then I saw a 2020 vision said it too. So he said, bold prediction: Kara bags a guy from the live streams. Chat, get it. You know, it's about that time when we start doing these things.
Bull take from Kara. Kara starts blocking for the fun of it.
Oh, here we go. Come, yo, that's probably you in 500 stream too. I'm just kidding. Yo, get to.
They're just coming in crazy right now.
Bull take. They give BG his props and hit him with the All-Pro status he deserved for 3 seasons. Let's go. I'm with it. Bold prediction: COVID-19 has an antidote. Here we go. He getting that. Yeah, that's great. He said EDP gives up after week 1. Not if we get a W.
Broke ass water heater take. Dak gets replaced by Dalton, and Jerry watches the playoffs from his recliner.
His recliner. Oh, it's not.
He's from the yacht.
Look, a victory got a super chat. Oh, you're close to it though. Bold take: Wentz throws for 48 TDs, 6 interceptions, wins MVP. Jalen Reagor wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, and 5 players make the Pro Bowl. Say what?
Javon Hargrave 12 sacks.
At a D tackle, 12 sacks for a D tackle is lovely. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. He said, bold take: Henry Ruggs gets traded. I'm dead. I'm dead.
You hear what happened to him, right?
Huh?
What happened to Ruggs?
What do you mean?
He was helping his friend move, and he like gashed his leg or something. And he got hurt.
Did you even hear about that?
He was like going off on it.
Oh my gosh. There's a long list on it. We're far behind too.
Eagles trade for Yannick
In October.
and going these the whole season. They go 5-11.
JJ, you straight went out of your chat, switched to your other channel, and came back in.
What do you think about this one?
Hot take: the over under Kara getting hit on per live is 9.5. I mean, right now the live, it depends. If I get one of them, because sometimes I be getting like a 80 to 90 people in, I'll take over 9.5. But when it's like the 40, 50s, I'll take under. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, let me ask Dak. Let me ask the Dak under 500 dude a question. Do you follow me on Twitter? Just want to ask you a question. Do you follow me on Twitter? Here we go. Yes. Let's get it.
Hurts though in week 16 for the division.
Yeah, but he said Hurts versus Dalton. It's the backable. Wait, what? Where you at in it? Oh yeah, all right. Go ahead.
Hope you're all good, Kevin. Nikel Roby Coleman will have best season of his career.
Well, the slot god having the best season of his career, I'll take that.
What do you think about this?
It's always a tough question. When you look at him in the regular season, I would say crazy no. But there's only a handful. Be quiet. There's only a handful of players in the world that are 2-time Super Bowl MVP champions. I mean, Super Bowl champions MVP. I can't even say it. 2-time Super Bowl MVP champions. There's only a handful of 2-time MVP Super Bowl champions. And so because he has that, I know we can say the defense and all that, but he was pivotal in them games with the defense. I hate to say it, but I'll have to throw him in there just off that. I mean, because only a handful were 2-time Super Bowl MVP champions. But again, he's under 500 in the regular season. All that stuff is weighing against him. But that accolade is, I mean, people will kill for that. That's always a hard one.
I know.
Jalen Williams, let me know your thoughts on that real quick. Ross gets traded. Ross being,
I don't know,
like John Ross.
That's the only Ross that came to my mind.
Bull take. Gate City has been working on his PowerPoint for this week's chat. My man's always on the grind.
Gate City, appreciate you stopping in, my guy.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Here we go.
Oh,
We'll take each trade for Ross.
You're talking about Ross being John Ross, the receiver, or
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Ross.
I think so.
Oh, Gate City responded and said, "Dang, Vic, just when I was about to leave, you already know that's true."
Bull take Slay gets 6 picks. Not bad. Eagles lose 4 games. What'd you say?
Nah, Eagles lose only 4 games. I like that.
Let's see. Bull take a meteor hits Earth on opening day. My luck. I think this was to your question.
Yeah. It's wild. I see. Jason Williams said, without a Super Bowl, is he better than McNabb? No, he's not better than McNabb without a Super Bowl. And so, listen, when I talk about McNabb, I argue this. Jim Kelly, look at Jim Kelly's stats. Just solely look at Jim Kelly's stats. Look at Donovan McNabb's stats. McNabb's stats are right there, and if not better in certain categories. McNabb has the 4 NFC championships. He has the 5 Super Bowls. They all amount to losses. Like, what's the difference? And again, I lean toward yes for Eli just because of that accolade. Because I don't know. I used to know the exact amount, but it's like less than a handful of players ever are 2-time Super Bowl MVPs. So, but yeah, I agree with you. Now, I heard you say no, and I understand why you say no. And I would agree. I would answer this question saying McNabb is better if you take away the 2 Super Bowls, career-wise. I mean, career-wise, without the Super Bowl, still 2. Yeah, he's better than him.
It's crazy. I think you're right. Like, you have to put Eli in there, but I wouldn't trust him as a quarterback.
Yo, we'll take Steven gets arrested for looting. Just kidding, Gate City. I'm dead. This is what we come to at the end of the stream. Eagles start 7-0. Oh, this is a good one. Bold take, the best secondary in the league. I'm with it.
They're coming out on a limb. I like it.
Bold prediction. Giants content creator will have Eagles, Redskins, and Cowboys content creators on his show this season. Book it. Always. Yeah, it's about that time. We got 2 more minutes. We got a minute left. We go rock out to 2 hours.
Darius Slay gets 6 picks against Amari Cooper when they play the Cowboys both times. 3 in the first and 3 in the second.
Oof. That's a rough one. But yeah, you already
in Dallas.
Hey, you already know. But bold take Bucks go 10-6 and win the Super Bowl. Oof. I'll take 9 picks in a season. That would be lovely. That's like a pick every other game.
That's return game in the NFL. That's a good one.
It's a good one. I like that. Victory said bold take. Marty Morningway will just sit in the corner. Murph DeKenzo said Dallas' hairline falls away quicker than his chances for the playoff. His hairline.
They're still coming in crazy.
I know. With all that being said, you know what time it is. No, just kidding. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Like I said, my man did a great job for, hosting it with getting everybody's chat on the screen. When there's 2 people on here, it's a little harder to get everybody's question, but we did a really good job focusing on you guys this round. Appreciate you guys coming in. Like I said, make sure you check out both channels. If you haven't subbed to Philly Talk Podcast, come check me out. I don't tell you to subscribe. Watch one video. If you like it, bang that button. And also go check out Philly Take with RB. I can't tell you to subscribe, but if you watch a video and you like it, smash that red button.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everyone that came out. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. Like, went pretty fast, but yeah, you guys are some real ones, and love all the support. And me and Mike will definitely be streaming again together soon, right? Probably,
Yeah, definitely. Real quick before we get out of here, 2 things. One, go to the very bottom. Dak missing testicles. I like that bold prediction. He said, bold prediction, Philly Talk gets 6K subscribers. Listen, my year is up in September. So September, the first week of September is my year anniversary on YouTube. I'm 1,800 away. So we gonna push for 6K before my first year's up. We gonna push for that. But get Jalen Williams. He talked about that. Yeah. No to Eli being a Hall of Famer. I would never say he was a top quarterback his time in the league. I don't put so much stock into 2 games when the majority of the season he handed them and the D saved him. Perfectly said. When I look at Eli Manning's career, it's been an average career. I agree. There was games throughout the regular season where he can get hot and light it up. And there's games throughout the regular season where he was cold and let it down. I never really got scared to play Eli Manning because I knew he was going to throw one to the Eagles. And that's even young Eli Manning. But I got to say this. Both times that they won the Super Bowl, they had pretty dang good defense. OCU Minora, Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, them guys were tough. I am going to say he did good things throughout the playoffs on both them runs. They were underdogs on both them runs, and they beat the Patriots, a super strong dynasty, on both them runs. I think Eli Manning is yes, 1 second. I think Eli Manning is a C+ career-wise. That's it. And I agree. He's never been a top 10. And so all that going against him, I agree with everything you said, Jalen Williams, but I do hold. I mean, look, Tom Brady won the Super Bowl one of them years, and Julian Edelman got the MVP. So if just the MVPs in the 2 Super Bowls, it's hard for me to say no, but I agree 100% with what you say, so I can't really argue it against it. It's just, I think the Hall of Fame voters are going to look at, I mean, we're going on Super Bowl 55 this year. In 54 years, there's only been like 3 or 4 people to be not back to back, but 2-time Super Bowl champion and MVPs. So it's hard. But listen, Jalen, I'm with you. I always rock with you. I love your comments. And I like how you dug deep. And he was in his era, he was never a top 10 quarterback. He was always that middle of the pack guy. And he went on 2 magical runs.
Victory, appreciate you, my guy. Dang, these are coming in crazy still.
Jalen Williams said, hindering them, and sorry, English is like my 3rd language. My guy can speak 3 languages. Dang, I mess up English, and it's the only language I know.
These are crazy.
See, you just had to start the bold take thing. That's why I never bring that on my channel. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm here for all of it.
Nah, I love it. It's cool. Bobby OMG said end the live already. Oh yeah, Steven was like, guys, I'm really out. Appreciate everybody. It's always fun.
And with that being said, like I said, appreciate everyone that came out. Again, go support both our channels. We're going to be streaming again in the future. And besides that, you guys were great. So with that being said, I go by RB from Philly Tig with RB.
And I go by Philly Mike. And yeah, now that you mentioned it, guys, now I'm aiming for that 6K in a year. It wasn't on my mind until you just made it on my mind. Appreciate you guys. The grind is real. And real quick to Dr. Kali, we both answered that question a little bit. We think that the Bucks are going to be decent, but we're not sleeping on the Patriots to make a little run in that AFC East. But on that note, make sure you smash that like button on the way out. And you know what time it is. We out.